Welcome back, everyone, to another episode of Timberborn with me, Dr. Munchkin. So last time, if you've been following along, we've been doing a lot of good work here. We have the whole diverter valve system complete. Blah, blah, blah. I can't even talk. It's so amazing. But this fills up with water, and we're able to actually control and maintain over here. We have some mega pumps online. We have another one on the way over here. So there it is. And so that will allow us to keep pumping this well. We're trying to expand it out just a little bit. We've also got Badwater online, which is good news for us. But you can see here we're already starting a drought, which is not good. We need a bunch of dynamite. Reason being is we are expanding out and doing this entire detonation project, and we got to do 2 layers because this is going to be our new district. Ideally, I want these to be bots. That would be fantastic. We're also starting to work on all of our gravity batteries. Over here, we are going to want some more as well, just to help, you know, make things amazing. But we'll just do that, and that. We're starting to put triple dynamite underneath these guys so that we can make these even deeper. It holds a little bit of water, and we get a little bit more power out of that. We've also, because the dynamite is online, expanded out our farming to increase the overall food production and variety, and also keep all these trees happy to grow more forests to get, you know, more trees, because we were having a little bit of a lumber crisis that is still in effect, but we have 2 beavers in needing of jobs, which is a good problem to have. We also have expanded our housing just a little bit over here. Nothing terrible, but we should start to see the beaver population come up just a little bit. Perhaps we'll even hit around 100 beavers today. But the plan is we really need to expand out or hook up the power generation over here. So what we're going to do here is do a little bit of this and this, and get a little bit of this going like that, and then we're just going to set this priority to high. We've paused that, and hopefully we can get a beaver in there. They'll work on expanding out our super storage as well, and perhaps we'll even get a few decorations online that we've kind of sparsed throughout here to hopefully increase our beaver happiness. But we aren't hardcore, seem to have hit a form of stability, and I do want to make this kind of a bot realm with our mine. But as we get into this, as always, if you guys like this content, please make sure you guys like and subscribe. I would appreciate that, and we're going to go ahead and get started. They're already putting all of this in, so we will have more power. Something else that I also want to do, since we have time, is I want to put in a dam right there. And we're going to increase your priority as well. Just so we back up the Badwater just a little bit for these instances, we can still pump. I would also like, in a drought situation, to dynamite this out, because these guys have a maximum depth, well, of 2, but at least a 1 level would be good. And then we are going to go, oh, I didn't hook these up, so we are going to hook those up. And we'll go ahead and do that. And that, and we will need to pause these later. But that should be getting, I don't remember how much horsepower they generate. Let's find out. 50. So not full production, but at least enough production to hopefully burn through 131. Takes 5, so that's not a great number, but a decent number. And we do want to expand this out as well. This is just more and more population for something. I was actually thinking maples over here, because we do need to get maple production online to make maple pastries, as well as something else probably. But that means I need a forester. So if I come over here and I go to wood, build a forester over here. Right there, and this we want a little bit higher than normal, because if we hook that up, we can destroy this, connect this there, and then that's a new point to hopefully make that a little bit cleaner. But you can see here they are starting to build in this dynamite. A lot of this already has all of the extract it will ever need, it seems. That's too far away though. What we needed to do was this. Like that. So now that should be good. And then same for over here. Something like that. Okay. Well, we don't... Once this runs dry and these guys, they're already out. And we do have a decent number of Badwater, which is good. So we are going to produce a little bit of dynamite. Okay. This is a big project though. And you are working. Perfect, but we're out of logs once again. Hence the necessity for the mega trees. And these guys should not be being cut down. Am I actually starting to store... You guys don't have chestnuts yet, but we will get them. And I could expand this out just a little bit. Like that. We just need to keep this water a-flowing. And we can lower this to dump that out a bit. Water, we have almost 5,000 available, and food should be coming up. We are getting sunflower seeds here and there. The extra farms will help people. Once we get more beavers online, that will also be a good thing. But more beavers are being born. We're getting up to 87. The wood, though, is an issue. These are coming online, which is good. We're also getting some pines over there. We are starting to stockpile this. And we're still running everything, which is a good thing to do. Yeah, we're producing more than enough power. Happy about that. And we just planted our 5,000th tree on this playthrough. That's a feat to behold. Once we get enough logs, though, and planks, we should be able to complete that. Plenty of plank production going on there. And just whether or not we can get everything set up. Yeah, this can connect to here, so we will demolish this and get a few resources back. So let's pause. Go ahead and go to delete, do this, yes. Come over here, add connection to here. And now you go to here. And so now this is a little bit shorter of a path. And then this we can go ahead and prioritize for pickup. So lots of things are going on. How are we doing over here? We almost have enough if I do this. We've almost completed this bit, but we should be running... Actually, no, we still have water. That's phenomenal. But over here, this is 55 original far. It's almost warranting a second district. But long-term goals, what we're going to want is a little bit of this. No, I'm just going to go straight for it. I know we could... do something like this. And then I want water, Badwater cap. Do have enough for it. Just to cap it off, we need to build it, and then obviously... something like that. And we will just do a little bit of... that. There we go, it's all connected. That priority is very low. Do not care about you right now at all. Much more better things to work on, and that's a lot of materials that we don't necessarily have right now. That's too far. Oy vey. Now it shouldn't be too far. Oh, I never connected you up there. That's probably why. Now you're not too far. All right, perfect. Still producing dynamite. That is good. We've even completed this section. So what we can do, we'll do it once the drought is in and we're starting to get some water. You guys are still doing okay. These have extract in them. That is good. What do you guys need? Just gears? Okay. Where are we at? We are out of metals. Oh no. Did you get enough? You did. Did you get enough? You did. Okay, this is now top priority. Because if we're able to complete these, that's too far from the district, which is fine. It should maybe be okay. If not, we can always plug one there. In fact, we can just do that now. If I go to landscaping, contamination barrier there, you are good. Okay, well that's good for Badwater protection, but we need to get over here to get metals, because we are officially... We only got 76 left. That's not great, because we definitely want you working. At least our research is doing good. We do have 2 more beavers available. That means you should be filled out. And we do need to work on these guys eventually. I do have wheat. And these are sunflower cat. That's all the flowers. We're just going to make you, say, bread for right now, just so it's selected. We do need to build a bakery. Kind of thinking right there. And then this is for our last but not least bit. How are we doing in here? Those are okay, because Spatterdock, we should be getting grilled Spatterdock occasionally. Uh-oh, ran out of power. But then we have enough power that all comes back online. The idea is that we get enough of this in all of this such that we can always have power. That is dry, and you don't have enough to do anything. So this is what we do. We pause all that. Luckily, we do have that online. Happy about that. And how are we doing over here? Planks are working. And I am getting some wood. Okay. So we just need all these planks and we will be solid. And that is our gristle mill to start making cattail flour. Because we have 250. Uh-oh. Pause. I'm going to lower you. Hopefully that raises it up enough. Yep, because we don't want any of this to die. Or at least not the Spatterdock. And we'll just go ahead and raise that back up to that. A little bit of an influx there. Should be okay. That one's done. And you guys are just putting in those final planks that we need. Perfect. And then this shortcut will be set up, and it'll be better for us. But water is just fine. We have... What do you mean I have a... Oh, that's just bad water. I thought I had a contamination. Yeah, I know. And luckily, we'll start getting metals again. And they'll be able to hop over here, and hopefully... These are a little far. So what we're going to do is do that. Trader planks are actually coming up quite nicely. I need a better storage for my metals. Don't know where to put that storage right now, but that is okay. This should be hooked up right now. So now this is super high priority. And once that's done, I can actually remove a lot of this if I wanted to. The other thing we will need to do, and this is a long-term goal, something like that, and also get water, Badwater dome there, and get pathing set up. like that, and let's just make this all super low priority. So that will cap both of the bad water sources on the map. I don't necessarily want, they do have the, where is it? It's in water. The rig. The problem is everyone is too far away for that to occur, so not necessarily a good thing on that. But Spatterdock is alive. Are we actually grilling Spatterdock? Yes, we are. The only other recipes I can do, chestnuts, which we are finally getting some chestnuts. And so we have 3. This guy is almost online. We're actually going to increase your priority next, because now you 3 guys are working. We're getting metals again, which is good. Don't have any place to store them right now. You know where I should actually store them? Probably over here. Yeah. So we're going to do storage. We'll get a big one. And the reason we should do it over here is just because this is going to be primarily metal production between this, and so this can be a nice little segue and they can hop over here. This is a temporary thing. We will destroy all of this eventually once all this is gone and reclaim all those materials. But luckily, wind is our friend. We are losing a little bit of power here, which is okay. In fact, because we do so well, I am going to destroy these guys just to reclaim all that. And I don't know what to do. We had water pumps here, but I don't know what to do with the rest of it. I could put water dumps there just to help keep this alive. I don't know if that's helpful or not. Really don't. But if we actually got more storage available for cattail flour, well, you know what? You are now bread. You are now cattail roots. There we go. So that can be bread, and those can be berries. And my beaver's doing okay. Bread, all the other goodies will come in later. We actually have a vacancy. Interesting. We need beavers to grow up. Instructions lack materials. Yes, we need gears. But research is a flow-in, and in terms of monuments, we can unlock you as our next available research item. He is not top priority, but I want him higher than those things, so we'll just leave him there. He was also built last. I should continue to build everything else first. There's our wheat, which this should start filling up. There we go. Now we're getting cattail roots in there. And then one of these is spatterdock, isn't it? Yes, it is. And grilled spatterdock, and there's chestnuts. So because of that, we can actually just do that. Did I destroy the road? I did. Oops. That's okay. And then we can just pick all this up and they'll go put it in the storage area. Oh man, why can't you guys just like build this one next? Because if they built this one, then we'd start connecting all this in and actually have gravity power. I like it though. So now we're going to start stockpiling more food. Where are my sunflowers supposed to be stored? Ooh, you know what? You're going to be bread. Maybe. Because you are actually doing decent work, so you will be sunflowers. There we go. So we're getting weed, getting cattail roots. That is helpful. Oh, you have a chipped tooth. You're helping yourself. And do we ever get this online? It just needs a singular gear. And then we should be working on that. Wood is coming up nicely though. Might need to start trying to burn through that faster. This might not have been needed. That is a lot. Oh, I didn't even realize it was that much. Okay. Well, we have 3 days left on this glorious drought, mind you. And we are working on the dynamite. If we can get extract online too, that would be good. Doesn't look like, at least this episode, we're going to get a lot of work done, but we're getting a lot of infrastructure built, and food production is going up the wazoo, which is something that we really want. So let's go to food. Actually, I want to... Oh, that's already super high prioritized. Food, I want a bakery. Yes. And so this recipe, we are just going to... We need to break things down for one, but we can do bread for now. And also I need to build wood, a tapper shack. There we go, right there. So they can reach all of that for when you plant all that, for when we get that up and running. Lots of little things. But food actually came up during this drought, which is nuts. Okay. They should start be building all that. That would actually be really good to get. And you just need a gear. Can we get a gear in there, please? And paper storage, I kind of want to upgrade as well. How are we doing on berries? I have tons of berry storage. You know what? Yeah, what is we're going to do? You're now berries. Where's berries? There you are. You are now going to be paper. You, I kind of want to get rid of, but I could. And we could build even more storage, but for now, we'll just keep this. And I do need to build an underground mine for that. Oh no, pause. Do I have anything left in the tank here? I might. There we go. Keep all that alive. Actually, if I get some planks online, then what we could do is, if I check priority of things, we could actually build our sluice system. Well, I kind of like the more manual approach for now. We'll keep it. This, we might be able to squeeze something in. We wanted to expand the power network, and that is something that we are working on. Okay, you're finally done. Let's start making cattail flour. And then we'll do, instead of that, cattail crackers. There we go. We have, I guess we had a lot of deaths. Yeah, I died of old age. Bleh. Let's go ahead and unpause you to get that online, and let's go ahead and prioritize all of this just so we can get all that built. The housing will come in pretty quick, and then other things will come online. So it's a little bit of micromanaging this time, but now that that's gone, we can unpause you and you. This will help get a little bit more Badwater. You definitely need to be high prioritized. You not so much. Not worrying about you very much. Where else can we pause things? Well, that should be able to do that to at least free up a job there. We're going to go here. Do that. Probably don't need 2 of you guys working. Or 3, rather. And then... that's fine. I guess we can just have 1 vacancy for now. I don't know. Ah, there it is. And that's okay. We can live with that one. They're producing 500 something horsepower. That's good. We just need Badwater production. So every hour we might want to actually get more. Could squeeze 1 in right there, especially if I do a little bit of handiwork. Like that. Water, Badwater pump here. So if I do this, there we go. Now they'll build that, and that will help me get more Badwater. The idea is keep this going, so we can keep this going. And right now we're burning our Badwater a little faster than we should. Eventually, though, we should be okay. Ooh, is this all hooked up? It is! If we just get this one hooked up online, then we are good for at least a power network. Can't get all required materials, that's fine, that's fine. And then we would just need power. Something like that. And like... oop. Well, not that, but this. And then we'll go ahead and delete this one. Alright, so that's a longer term goal. How are we doing on Badwater production, though? Alright, we got you online, so cattail flower should be a thing. Water's finally flowing out of there. This stuff is working. We can actually detonate all this. That has stabilized a little bit. Our water was perfectly fine. And now we have storage for these things. Can I get... I can. We're going to go ahead and plant some more trees and crops. I want more potatoes. Something like that. That'll be okay. So if I check my foresters, oh yeah, we got foresters for days. A lot of them can reach that too. Okay. Oh, that flooded a little bit. Lovely. How much power producing? Okay, just barely enough to almost keep that at max capacity. We are starting to fluctuate a little bit on available beavers for jobs. There we go. And this is where all this is going. This is just a nice way to expand out our water reservoir just a little bit, so it lasts a little bit longer. We got that online. We are getting planks. We have maxed out wood. Go ahead and start prioritizing a few things. Don't want to build a district yet. I mean, we could plop it down. A district center doesn't cost anything. For instance, we could just put it here. Like that. It's just not connected. And we'll just call it a Robo Beanville. Because why not? Eventually I want this to be robots. Probably. I don't know, we'll find out. You never know. But power, I kind of want to see this working. Can we just maximize that and get those gears? It's just planks. We're just... what are we eating through? I guess we should be producing more than enough. That takes one every 3 hours. That produces one every 1.3 hours, so I produce every 3 hours almost 3. And you guys, yeah. So having 3 of these, each one of these should more than support that. So I guess we're just building too much. But we're all producing paper and everything else. Those are sunflower seeds. We could even plant crops now that I got rid of that. We're just going to plant some more sunflower seeds. There. How are we doing on that? Not great yet. And then we do want these guys, which need just dynamite. We are starting to fill that up, which is good. Ooh, we need haulers. So I actually need more of those guys. So my beavers, when we start to explode out, we did drop a little bit, but we have tons of new ones online. Or coming down the pipeline, let's say. And then we have this set up, so what I want to do is a little bit of work here. And another drought's approaching. Not concerned about the drought, just not happy about the drought. Because, well, it requires things that we don't necessarily have. Because we need bad water to get things a-flowing. What I'm doing right now is I'm just kind of setting up the pathing for making this a new reservoir to flow things down here. And what we're going to want for that endeavor is landscaping, get some levees in here. Something like that. That'll block that off. And then we're going to want something. Ooh, no. We don't want that there because it will lead out to that. Oopsie daisies. We got 2 days for that. Not really worried about what's going on back at main base as we're fast forwarding through this. This will be fine though. And we can just do a little bit of... you know what? We'll just make it 5. We have the metals, and we will definitely have more than enough metals. But what we want to do is this. And so what that will do, once that is built, is allow us to start filling this up. And so water will come down here and flow into there directly, rather than actually this. Now, in the case of a bad tide, that is not great. So we're going to have to not do that completely right now until we can do this diverter up here. So our priority level is this is lower, let's say. And I'm okay with that just being that. Just filling this up to this level. Yeah, no, that would be good. Yeah, I'm liking it. So what we'll do now is they're just chopping that down. Do need something like this. Like so, and then that gets me to do that. Perfect. All right, now we're starting to cook with gas. So we just need this, those deleted, and then that deleted, and that deleted. And that should be enough for us to start working on this project. And also remove this. What we'll go ahead and do is that. You know what we can do is actually super high prioritize all this too. It'll use a lot of our wood and probably planks. and some of those metals that we're starting to get tons of. That'll be a good little project in a drought. So yeah, we'll just do all of that, because we do have power, we do have other things. Might as well. There is the drought. And because of the way we've set things up, oh, look at that. We have tons of water storage. Don't need you online. Not right now anyways. Go ahead and make you normal. Still have Badwater. We'll pause you and unpause you guys. And because we built that, you guys are still pumping a little bit. How are we doing on our dynamite? Still doing okay. And how are we doing elsewhere? Power is more than sufficient. Again, don't know what I want to do there. But this will be a new bad tide valve, because all the water will come into here and just trickle out the map there. So it keeps us away from having any issues, and I don't know why this random scaffolding is there. But now beavers are going to be working on that. And we have plenty of builders, I want to say, because I have 2 builders' huts. I could actually, once we start getting less building, to do more things. But wood is more than fine. We have bread online. That's not being built yet, but we are getting cattail flour up. Wheat flour, cattail roots. And look at all my magical beavers go. Oh, they've already built all this? That's crazy. And we'll leave this up because who knows if this system will actually end up using that as well. Another one in. Yeah, pretty sure. Oh my gosh, there's a 22.5 day drought. I didn't even realize how bad that was. Okay. Wheel. Everything is going okay. Construction materials, yeah. No, there's a lot of those unstaffed. That's not necessarily a problem. It's actually all 3 of those jobs. Interesting. Oh, high chance of injury. Interesting. Also interesting. I'm using the word interesting a lot, but we actually have more medical beds to handle injured beavers, which is good. And then we could start to get other things. The biggest issue that we have is that our production of gears and planks is lackluster. This is now full, which is crazy to me, to the point that what we want to do, unfortunately, well, you know what, we'll go to storage and we'll just get an underground storage here. You are going to be treated planks, and we'll increase that, so hopefully things get in there. But we have full power. I have 10,000 available for each of these. That is a lot of power. Hopefully we'll get a bit more as we add these 4 guys, and also dynamite underneath them. We get dynamite as far down as we possibly can. That connects all of that already. This will be a nice little... Once this is built, though, we can actually unpause this. And this is just always going to be open. So once it does work, it'll just work. Oh my gosh, they are working fast. Alright, paper is not an issue. That should actually be paused. How can I have a vacancy and an unemployed beaver at the same time? I was going to say, that is a weird one. Alright, well, we still have 299 Badwater. That is really, really good. Don't really have any storage for that or that, so you guys are kind of getting maxed out, which isn't great. We could build another factory here, or I could build another factory here and link this elsewhere. Or we could move you down one, still have another factory here, and add... This space could be optimized, basically. Oh, let's go ahead and just destroy this now. And do we have the paper one up? No. But let's go ahead and do that. So those 20 planks will be good. And then you... Again, planks, issue. But you guys are working on 100%, so that is fine. How are we doing over here? We cleared that out. Connect that up. Actually, we don't need you to be there. We can do all that. And this will only be close above contamination. Alright. Noise. They should work very fast because we have lots of beavers to do this, and then we should be able to break in that and everything else. Look how many planks we actually can. Okay, well we're actually not building things. Things are working well. Alright, I only have one free bed. We're actually going to go ahead and build this guy as well. And I need to prioritize that and that. Just to get a little bit more happiness. If I check here, injuries, not that great. Wet fur, I do need more wet fur. You know what we can do? We can come over here. And a little bit of scaffolding. I think it's 4 wide. Oh, pause. Let's first check. Oh, needs to be over 1. That's fine. There we go, that's fine. And then over here, do we still have shower? Ooh, I could actually put a few showers in here. Just go ahead and hit play again. And we could get some decorations. What do I want for a decoration? Did we ever get that weather vane built? We did. Wind strength, 29%. It'd actually be more useful up there, but you know, what do I know? And we can actually increase your priority just a little bit. They should build that. This will come along. You know what we'll actually do? We'll just do that, and then go ahead and delete that, so it's still all connected. And we still have a path for power, especially if I removed you and made you... Actually, no, we would just come over, because I could just do this, right? Yeah. There we go. Alright. What do we get now? Reach population of 100 beavers. Perfect. Because we got that built, so we are going to get more beavers online. It's a good problem to have, so I can actually do this. We could probably unpause you if we needed to. How are they doing on this project over here? Oh, they're working quite well. We'll do all of it. But food is not an issue. Oh, they finished this too. We are not going to do that right now. That is not something that we want, but we can do these, and we went from 10,000 to 16,000. Pause that already. Do a little bit of an influx here. you back up to 195. Okay, that gets me a little bit more water like I was saying. Did I ever get... I did. So now we can get food. And get another bakery. Nope, nope, nope. Grill. And you're going to be grilled chestnuts. And we can actually probably just high prioritize you since we have logs. And you know what? I am going to increase your priority a little bit. They're still working mostly the other side of things. And we're actually running out of carrot storage. Oh, that's nuts. But what we can do for this is circular. Does this work? I don't know. Something like you. Oh, it does. And so from here, I can actually get more storage. This is a mighty storage hub. For now, we're just going to do that. Don't really care about that right now. They should probably not worry about it. Our planks are actually coming up. Would you look at that? We are going to start getting grilled chestnuts, more food variety. Because, yeah, we're starting to get a decent chunk of chestnuts. Kind of like it. And they are going to build you pretty quickly. Still 4 beavers need jobs. And even up here is not too bad. But we could make, say, you carrots, because we've maxed out carrots. Right? Yes. Or actually, we'll make you carrots, and you just blueberries, because we do have lots of blueberry issues. Alright. I'm glad that this works, though. I kind of like... We can really minimize the space to move vertically. Still getting... You're good. Have plenty of jobs. You know, we'll go ahead and set this up, because why not? Something like that. So they could start to work that, and we just need to set you to the lowest priority so they can at least build all that first. Oh, what did we get? Oh, new well-being 25? Nice. Building unstaffed. Yeah, that's fine. We're just going to pause you so it doesn't bother me. Because that is not an issue. And look at that, we've already destroyed that, built all of that. And so they will work pretty hard to get that complete. Alright. The colony's really coming together, I have to say. And once this ends in 15 days, we will detonate that. No worries. We can even at least do a little bit of this. So now all these are 16. And you can see how slowly they're moving. And the question is, do they move slowly enough such that wind power comes back online? Because we are still working at 100% here. You just have no storage for anything. Oh, you're actually going to start that? That'd be nuts. And you guys, oh, you're working that. No. We want this to be prioritized in terms of dynamite. Good thing we got that built too. You should just be normal priority. You're going to be water for more water storage as we expand out beaverness. And then we'll get maples online over there. And the tapper shack will just be maple. For that purpose, though, we will need storage. And I will want that. You will be maple And go ahead and just do that. You, though, lower priority. Not worried about you right now. Don't want to detonate that just because it will lower the water level, and I don't know if I'll need that. Oh, that's my zip line. Let's do a little bit of infusion. If I can. There we go. We could try to make that more automated. The problem is that if I make it like the 0.65, it won't overflow. And so I'd still have to mess with it, unfortunately. Oh, look at this come along. And they should have plenty of, yeah, plenty of stuff. So they're almost done up there. Should maybe be done by the end of the drought. And if that's true, we could start working on this thing that they've started to build as well, because why not? They've built 3 of them? Oh, you crazy, super productive beavers. If I had more planks, but I'm burning all of them for all my storages, yeah, I am. We're also going to destroy this when we get an opportunity to. Don't know if I want to, well, at least destroy the storage. Don't know if I want to use the platform for something at some point. But we do have 10 beavers available, over 100 beaver population. Let's come in here. That's maxed. That's good. And actually, we don't need to turn you on. And this is now being worked on, so we should be able to get the super dynamite up and running in next time. But luckily, we still have a little bit of Badwater to go through. They did that. Perfect. Water dump, or fluid dump rather. I want both of these online, and then I also want you online. Or it doesn't need to be that. It will work though. So now we can start building other things. The maples. That's really probably not going to affect very much if I detonated it. Also, it'll be fun. Oh, it's triples. It could actually affect things. That's going to add a lot more storage. These guys are still good. How are we doing on chestnuts? Are good. Grilled chestnuts are still working. So all you guys are in production, and we're actually starting to burn some of the flour. Yes. We can store a lot of it. We can store a lot of that too. Basically, the idea is we will switch that and this appropriately, because like wheat is getting way up there, you know, and so we can burn through some wheat. But that is basically, once they snap that, we can destroy this, and then you should come back online for papers. And this should be filling up to 1,000. We will probably want to build another one. We can build that probably up here, especially if we clear this out. Like that. We can get another one so we can at least have 2,000 ready for when we want this. We also want metal storage for that, which we can go ahead and build here. You are just going to be metals, because that's maxed, and we can increase the priority of that. Someone needs to whack that with a hammer, so I can get rid of it. There we go. Okay, so that's now good, so now you should start working, and we're going to come over here, and we're going to do a little bit of that, and a little bit of that. Perfect. Planks are good, metals should be good as we continue to destroy all of that. Alright. You do not have anything to do as of yet. That is okay. This is filling up, and we're just going to go ahead and plant trees and bushes. I want this water, though, to fill up first. And the nice thing is there will be water here, so it should be a quick fluid dump. But we can actually start planting a little bit. The next day at least. Don't know how much green will come into play. And these guys at least use treated planks, which is kind of cool. We could even connect this over here if we wanted to for a quicker path. That might be good just for the long term of doing this and then just getting this online. There we go. Yeah. Yeah, because that will be good, so we can get closer to the zip lines as well to move over here and there in case they need to use the super storage system. Alright, we are starting to plant. That water is coming online. So far, so good. Oh, there it comes. How far can you reach? All the way. That is good. So we'll do all of that. As well as those. And you guys can do one more row at the back. You can plant it, you can harvest it. Can't do this section, which is okay. This is also a secondary. We're not cutting these down, but we could if we needed to. Type kind of deal. And also what we'll do is, since we can plant trees and bushes, we'll go ahead and get some dandelions back here. Just for some safety in case we ever get another event. We do have that maxed out, I am going to go ahead and build a storage for at least a medium tank over here. And you are just going to be that. We'll let you guys build that as need be. Okay, well these guys take a while to grow. So 28 days for wood and then another 12 days for that. But this will keep it happy, away from bad tides, and that all dried out. I goofed up. That is okay. It is what it is. You can see here though, we are doing quite well producing all of that, and they are almost done with this, which is excellent, which means then I can build this project. Which means this particular portion isn't necessarily needed anymore, but that is okay. For beavers though, I do need more, maybe builders. So let's go ahead and let's get another hauling post and a builder's hut. Something like that. High prioritize both of these because we have enough beavers for it. Something like that. And you know, we'll just connect it into here as well. So it's a circle. We can get some items in here, or we can demolish things. Either or. Alright. Oh man, look how green, like we have all these fields, these trees. That is a problem though. You're gonna die in 4 days. Okay, well, this is what we're gonna do. Landscaping. We're gonna see if we can't save this. I don't even know if I have any dynamite left. I do not. So these trees are going to be dying. Actually, no, I could still I could save them. Like so. There we go. There we go. So that brings life back to this land. At least to here. These guys, they will survive. And we have plenty of wood over here, so that is not an issue. Alright, they are building out there. This should be finalized with these few beavers coming in. That's a good problem to have, and then we could actually start doing this project here. Just to have water flow this way. It will fill this up, which will turn all of this green, which is very nice. But we want to bring that down. So what we will do long term is probably, because this will be destroyed, probably do something like this. And probably like that. Oops, didn't want to whip us around too much. And actually, what we're going to do is do a little of this, and then go to metals and build the mine again, like that, just because it's better for pathing, because then I can do this. Something like that, which is good. Okay. Still on triple speed, still 5 days to go. They can replant all this, which is actually nice to start with. Shame that it died, though. Actually, you know what we could do? If we replaced these with sluices and made those the 0.65, so it would always keep this happy, and then just make this always kind of flowing. So this is 0.65, and eventually that could work. All right, this is what we're gonna do. Priorities, normal, pause, massive projects inbound. Please hold. Yes. Yes. Building sluice. Uh-oh, SpaghettiOs. Priorities. All of that. All of that. And then I want building. It's fine. It's fine for now. Sluice. .65, you kind of always open. Prioritize all that. And then you, oh, we can't build there because of the crops. That's okay. Get rid of the crops. Prioritize that. Alright, so once they do that though, we can also get this back in, this back in, so we can reconnect all this up. Look how fast they're building it. We have, or we should be making planks, and they do need to take care of this. And then I can make you just 0.65. Oh, no, 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 no. We don't want, we have to do the others. You would be 2.65. That might be good enough long term. We'll have to see how this whole system works. I don't know, but it should try to keep water flowing here. Obviously, we have deep enough reservoirs there. That shouldn't matter. We did get these built, which is good. This isn't full, which is also good. No storage space for logs. Wait. Always a log issue. Luckily, we saved our chestnuts. Food is up to 5,000. Water's up to over 5,000 too. We're gonna lose a little bit of carrots. Not concerned about that, considering we're at 1.6 thousand carrots. Too far from district. Oy vey. We'll build this, like that. That's not what we want. We actually need that. Then we need to destroy it, just so we can... Man, it's a weird system we got going here. Luckily, these only need 6, so they can build and destroy and build and destroy. Alright, we got high of 26. Buildings lack goods. We have 3 days remaining on this guy. Water is fine, food is fine. We're even building this, which is really cool. Oh no, I goofed up. We need to also build sluices here. Forgot about that. These guys close below contamination, and these guys are super high priority. Because without those guys online, water is just going to flow, good water will flow the other way, and we don't want that. But we should be producing plenty of power. Hopefully we can do this. These at least will die. We can come the other way too. And they are building this. Oh yeah, metals are going in. It's the planks that we should be starting to get. Gears are starting to come online, and then... Oh, planks were going into our brazier of bonding. In terms of research, we have 12,000. Which does mean I can get a Fountain of Joy in here. I'd love it to be closer to the water source, but this covers the majority of all traffic, as they're not really going this way. They're mainly going to the zipline system. We'll go ahead and unlock you. I think it can be reached. I don't know. Oh, it can be reached because they would do that. You, very low priority. Don't need you working anytime soon for that. That is another wonder though, so that'd be 3 wonders that we would get up and running. Okay, pause. We can actually just destroy that, yes. High prioritize all of that. Build sluices like that. This. What is the height of this? I think we just want that to be 0.65. For now, the problem is... Oh, well, one, we stranded a beaver. Let's try to save our beaver friend. Okay, Again, no log space. We'll see how this works. It should just flow normally. I think in a, I don't know, in a normal situation, luckily those are built. 1 day remaining. This is going a little long, I have to say. That's looking good though. Wood is not a problem right now. The death of all my stuff is though. You guys die in 5 days. Water will return before then. So I'm not too concerned about that. Can we just get a plank on that so we can save our beaver friend? Oh, I also need that. Like that. I'm surprised you can't plant under this though. So if I go to plants, spatter dock, yeah, you can't plant under there. You should be free. There we go. So now I can just destroy this and then prioritize its pickup. So this should just keep flowing in general until the water gets too low. That kind of just... Basically, I click this and lower it down to 1.65 when we have a drought event like we do now. So hopefully that will work. So here, drought end. I do want to see this before we end it. But now this should come out, fill up. All that's going to return as well. We can unpause you. And then I need to lower some jobs. Just do that. And then we can also start high prioritizing that again. And here we go. That is blocked. And so water is flowing this way and coming down here, and eventually it will flow over here, down here, which would be a direct route. And they're just going to build all that. Metals, though. Oh, I have eaten through metals like nobody's business. Jeez, I didn't realize we were going through so many metals. We still have a lot left in here, don't get me wrong. But, we have a decent amount of scrap. It's not bad. Wood storage, though. Definitely becoming an issue. What I might do is a little bit of this. I prioritize that destruction, and we're going to build storage, an underground pile here. After they chop it, how long does it take to... They couldn't complete the chop to that tree? What the heck? Dude, there it is. So now we can place you here, grab a little bit of this, do a little of that, do a little bit of logs, and high prioritize you. Because that will eat through everything that we have. But water has returned, life has returned. We'll go ahead and just detonate this. Go ahead and add a fluid dump here. This is generally not going to be an issue. It just keeps this alive for these guys to be good. A little bit of an extra safety net. We're also building more happiness for all of our beavers, trying to get bread, getting more things like that. More contemplation spots are needed, and I do need to get the Algora and everything else. In fact, if I'm doing that, that's not a bad path. Something like that, and we can even add contemplation spot here and here. And then I just want to mark all of this for destruction to get rid of all that. And if we look at happiness, we can look at getting this guy online, especially now that we're getting extract. And then the other thing is we can get a dance hall up here because it's not powered. We have the research to do so. Carousel, we need things, and detailer, not so much. But next time, we'll go ahead and get some more entertainment online. They are now really starting to work out all of the dynamite over here, which is good. We just need this guy pumping all the time. These don't need to be running now. Oh, jeez. So yeah, we'll go ahead and max that out. But we should be producing enough power, filling these guys up as you see here, so we can hopefully start building our Robo District next time. Again, we need to do 2 levels of this, and luckily we're also building this out. We need more metals. There's always things to do, but we should be protected against not only bad tides, but also droughts for now, with nearly 6,000, or actually 6,000 worth of water storage. Go ahead and unpause you as well, so we continue to pump and fill all that up wherever it is not full. Apparently all the way over here. Interesting. But yeah, we'll go ahead and get some more water storage while we're at it, just to be safe with everything. Now, just put it here. Because more water storage is more better, is what I say. But yeah, that'll do it for today. I felt we've made a decent amount of progress. We've kind of solidified the system. We have maples growing as well. That is a problem I didn't foresee. So we need to get landscaping this definitely in over here. And this is going to be a high priority. Again, requires metals. Don't know if that's going to solve the problem for the intrusion here or not. But it should help a little bit. I don't know if I can do landscaping, also do it here to see if that helps at all, but probably not. We'll go ahead and build it all. At least we're protecting things. You can see here we have more than enough wood in the entire system, and in fact this is now filling up. So that is excellent news. And a bad tide! Yes! We'll pick that up next time, but a bad tide means that this continues to function. Not that. This, and this whole system. So more extract, more everything. That is fantastic news. Our power grid is up and running. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 of these. Why do you only have 800 power? Oh, because of that. Well, you have 1600. Forgot about that. What we could do though is a little bit of cheekiness and get a little bit more dynamite in here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There we go. Go ahead and high prioritize this as well. And then we can get power up and over like this with a little bit of scaffolding like that. And then get more power over like this. And we're going to build some more gravity batteries for the system after we make that deeper. They do have the ability to reach it because we can build down. But yeah, like I said, that'll do for today. Everything, all the numbers are coming up. I'm feeling better about what is going on here. And I feel that we're kind of away from any sort of issues that may or may not arise. But we do want this to fill up. Oh, okay. It's not really filling up per se. There we go. That seemed weird, but okay. Actually, let's just close all these and see if that raises that up. It should. Oh, it's because the downstream depth is so high that we're just flowing it over. So this isn't backing up. if I make you, say, 1.65 and then do that, does that do it? It wouldn't. What about that? Ah, it does. Haha. Auto closed, and then it just overflows it, which is fine, maybe? I don't know. We'll have to figure out a system for that. What I kind of want is this to fill up as it is doing so now, which is a good thing. And then from there, we're able to properly... I don't know if I can automate that. But yeah, we're going on too long. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you have a fantastic time. But we will catch you next time and start with this lovely bad tide and see if that is a huge issue for us. But Dr. Munchkin, signing out.